I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
I'm telling you, man, a giant bat.
I don't know no better, so let's blame the weather. 'Cause I got no care when I hit my groove. 'Cause I got no care when I hit my groove. Well, my music's rolling, I'm moving to that kick and swing, and I put Zeppelin on when I feel the blues.
I love that McAllen.
Well, yeah. I'm not a fan. Too peaty.
To what?
Peaty. P-E-A-T, Pete. It's too peaty.
I have no idea what that means.
Some of us don't have as developed.
I feel like
palate.
you don't either.
It's peat is part of the P-E-A-T. Peat is like it's like part of the distilling process. A lot of Irish, Scotch and Irish whiskeys have those, and if there's too much in it, you could taste it. It tastes like pep. I can't describe it. It's almost like a too spicy or something. But
Yeah.
it tastes like fucking. I can't put my finger on it, but it's not. McAllen is too much of it. I don't like it.
Soil is what it says on here.
Yeah,
brown
peat.
soil.
Like peat moss. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't enjoy that.
I don't like
And
it. That's
you
why I
don't
like
enjoy that.
Kentucky and Tennessee. I like those kind of whiskeys way better.
There you
Which
go.
I think that's what that is, but it's pretty good.
Alrighty.
Whiskey in the jarro.
It looks like sweet tea.
I was gonna say.
You're my sweet tea.
Don't touch me. On my right.
At Mitchell Verzi, at Verzi Triplets across all platforms. That's it. No
All
shows.
right. On my left.
Luke Allen at Uncle Luke 2 on Instagram. Host live from the 405 podcast. You fucking know it. You already knew that.
And I am your host, Eric Rocha. Hey, I've got a show coming up in October. I will get you more dates, but it's going to be in San Diego. So if you are in L.A., make plans to be in San Diego in October. I'll let you know the exact dates, but got a little bit of a development spot, so go check it out.
Goodness.
And,
Where is this
yeah,
at?
let's see.
San Diego, he said.
We'll hang out. I'll get you the details and all that
Got
good shit
it.
as soon as I get them. So, anyways, aside from that, though, we have a very, very awesome guest. I love this guy. I've known this guy for a while. I used to give him shit all the time,
Used to.
and
When did it stop?
I think he's very funny. If you would please welcome the incomparable Ben Thompson, everybody.
Thank you.
Hello!
Thank you.
All right, buddy. How long have I known you?
I moved out here originally in 2018.
He just had a stroke, so that's why he.
But yeah.
We already lost one commentator this week.
Oh no.
Be careful.
Yikes.
So
It started out at 12.
everybody
It'll all go downhill from there.
that used that fourth wall bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, I might have met you in 2017 because I was out here for a summer in 2017. And I did the
okay.
fourth wall a lot. And then I had to go back to school. And then I moved out here in 2018.
What'd you go to school for?
For business.
Ah.
Business and soccer. And
Oh yeah, I forgot you play soccer. You're
Yeah.
of the English notoriety, aren't you?
Yeah, my dad is English.
He's a nobleman.
yeah.
But soccer is a swear word in their house. It's football.
His great grandpa was a speech coach for the king.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I could use his help.
Yeah. He had a terrible stutter.
He did. He
Yeah.
tried to quit.
He killed himself after he fucking met
Yeah.
Mr. Verzi.
Mitch called him on the phone, and the guy just fucking ran.
Some water
Oh,
splashing
God, I
out.
can't help this, mate. You're on your own, bloke. Sorry. I fucking love that movie. I did not expect to like that. I really loved it.
That's one you like? Oh,
I
I,
love
fucking
King's
hated
King's
it.
Speech.
I love that movie.
I
hated
liked it too.
It's
You
great.
hated it.
Why do you hate it? What's wrong with
It was so fucking boring.
Because I bloody well stammer.
Yeah.
It gets good if you got to stick with it. It gets better. It starts out. It takes a while to get going, but when it does, the guy's he's so fucking good that Malcolm McDowell, whatever the guy's name is, the fucking speech therapist guy. What's his name? Tony Johnson.
He plays Lionel Logue, the Jeffrey Rush.
Yes.
Who's a fucking awesome
He's so
actor,
good.
He's
and
great.
probably could help you with
I'm sure he
You'd
could.
be in a rush to get out of there, that's for sure. Especially after you heard your comedy. Sorry, we're not even 5 minutes in. So,
It's never
give
ending.
the people what they want. Sorry.
Because I'm
more
not
coming.
want to be a comic.
Whenever you're ready.
I have a voice.
I mean,
I have a voice.
I just let it simmer out.
Let the microphone do the work.
Let some of the other brothers do the work.
How many times have you seen that movie? You've quoted like
I've seen it maybe 5 or 6 times. That's old. It's 10 years old already. You believe
Oh
that
my
shit?
God.
Yeah, it went fast.
wow.
Yeah, I have it on the background at work too a lot.
Yeah, he
It's
works
very
at it
well.
one time.
It's well shot. Like the way it's framed, it's very like symmetrical, kind of Kubrickian kind of quality to it. Just really cool, like the way they have them. I remember I was looking at like a film textbook or something like that, and it even had a shot from the movie in it about how when he's sitting in his office and he's on one side, and it was like the use of negative space, and then they had this big like painting in the middle, and it was like a fucking just like a really well balanced, like interesting shot, really cool. I forgot the cinematographer was too. He was really good. Yeah, I'm a big fucking film fag.
Who did the catering for that movie? Christ, who gives a fuck?
I was gonna
Holy
say
shit.
Tony Randall Johnson,
Sweet
the
mother
third.
of pearl.
There was a couple
You
people
just
out there
kept
like
going.
it. Somebody was like, God, I've waited for somebody to illuminate me about the wonders of a King's speech like that forever, and someone finally did.
Yeah.
What a podcast, huh?
way to fucking go, Rocha.
All this
they
for free.
blew their brains out.
He's been waiting for this podcast to take a British turn just so we could talk about the King's
That's why
speech.
when you were on, I was excited. I already started making
Yeah, he's actually just been doing
work
research.
in King's speech reference.
Like you lately to you, Mike, Mr. Thompson. So, does your dad does he talk with the dialect?
He has an accent.
No shit.
Yeah,
Dialect.
it's gone away. He moved here in the 80s, so it's
So now he's like the
it's been a
Osborne
while.
kids, where it's like half and half.
a little bit.
Or worse, Madonna.
It's like turned more Australian. Yeah, it actually
That's
is.
the
yeah.
fucking worst.
It's like in the depth Madonna phase where it's
Yeah.
like, are they British? It's like more Australian now.
Oh, okay.
But
Australian's hard. I've been trying to do Australian accent, fucking around, just driving around on my motorcycle because I have nothing else to do. And there's Australia's in the news
weird
a little
flex.
bit lately. It's hard. It's really hard. If you could do New Zealand, you're a fucking OG
Oh,
Mac.
fuck
That's
yeah.
tough.
What's the difference?
That was always the hardest.
Their eyes
one.
are ease, like the Oscaring rink, the rink.
It can sound American as fuck sometimes, but then it takes this weird Lethal Weapon 2.
I thought they're South African.
South African. Isn't that
Yeah.
what we said?
No,
No,
it's
it's
in
in
New
New
No, we're
Zealand.
talking about New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
That's
I
why
don't-
we-
Apples and oranges, no big difference.
That's why Leo gets screwed on Blood Diamond. 'Cause
Oh
he had to
my
play a South
God.
African.
I
That
thought you
fucking
said Leo Getz. I was like, yes, Lethal Weapon 2. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Shut up, Verzi.
Dude.
Quit talking about movies.
just that fucking trailer. I remember the trailer for Blood. He's like, "If I help you, will you help me find your family?" I was like, "Oh God,
It's bad.
no, horrendous, awful." Fuck Leo DiCaprio.
That and Far and Away.
I love Far and Away. Don't
he's
don't you
dog
blaspheme me against
shit.
Far and Away.
He's dog shit
I
in
love
that
Far and
movie.
Away. Tell me you like my hat, Shannon. I found it. I said that's enough,
It was
Shannon.
definitely. It was
Come
definitely.
on, come on, Ben, throw an uppercut.
Don't make me hurt you. It's like, all right, stop it.
Where the fuck are these people from?
Right? What part of Ireland is this?
Really? They all fucking did their interpretation of the
That's
Lucky
true, yeah,
Charms guy.
She's Australian, doing an Irish accent. I didn't even put that together until just now.
See?
Fucking,
And
Nicole
everybody gets something from this podcast.
Kidman. I fucking love Far and Away. That's the best Ron Howard movie.
How English
He
are
stinks,
you?
but I love.
Like
Well,
percentages.
that laugh just proved
and-
it. That sounded like some royalty laugh. We're fucking Royal Albert Hall here doing this fucking thing.
He hit me with one of those things you hit horses with. Yeah, is it like part of your heart? Like, I don't know how.
I know it's weird because I don't like. I think my dad came over wanting to be American, so we didn't do a whole lot. We didn't eat a lot of British food. Not that we would anyway.
I know, I was gonna
So
say.
it's not a lot.
Not that we
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
But you just learn weird words and weird shit to say.
Any weird idioms in your household?
Just sitting with three of them.
I call I didn't call it a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I always called it a peanut butter and jam sandwich because jelly is Jello.
That's
So
not
I
bad. That's
went.
not that
I
bad.
went into elementary school just sounding pretentious as shit.
That's great.
Who's this asshole?
He actually wore knickers.
With those little lacy things around the neck, like the old fucking royalty used to wear.
Like a lord.
I got one of those for you later. This went downhill quick.
So
Yeah.
wow. So you grew up like saying, do you still call it peanut butter and jam sandwich?
I do.
Wow.
Aren't I the
That's
worst?
not too bad. No, I thought it was going
I
to be
used to
worse.
tell a joke where it was peanut butter and jam sandwich.
What about obese
that
primate
go?
chunky monkey? Remember that one?
What?
Jimmy's joke. That's a
Anyways,
way inside
wow,
reference.
that really was inside.
What's in that iced tea?
Hey, this is some great iced tea.
So Jesus Christ. So like, what other words? Like, was that the only one, or?
I don't know. Like you say boot instead of trunk.
Like your car boot.
Is this dog dying?
He's fine.
No,
Yeah, he just
Dog-
wants
how
attention.
many fucking podcast episodes is the dog gonna ruin? I wish he was in an Australian
Or
kennel.
is that the other triplets crying because they're not involved?
Nice
Really?
topical joke.
Sean, what's wrong? What's wrong, Sean? You want me to get my finger out of there?
Well, they're chasing
Don't
around.
run away from him, you stupid little fuck.
They're chasing Sean around with a typewriter. That's why he's crying. Somebody writes up.
Come on, write a joke. Write a
It's
joke.
amazing.
Come on, do a premise.
Coward of the quarter.
Do a premise.
They're trying to get a dog to take a bath. Same.
No, but one of the weird ones is like when you flip someone off in England, it's
Up your
two
bum.
fingers backwards.
Yeah.
Like you do like an up motion
your
like
bum.
that. Yeah. So, you like growing up, you start listening to the rap and you see rappers do like the peace sign. Like so like I walk in and I see my dad, I'm like, "What's up?" with the deuces up.
And then he just wants to kick the shit out of
Benjamin Thompson, never make that motion ever again. You don't have any idea what that means. Like, all right. But Dad, Lil Wayne, it's a hard, it's a weird cultural divide. Trying to explain.
I say you want a drink on a knock, Quill. Have you been there? Have you gone to the
I
old-
have been plenty
Yeah.
of times. Yeah,
I want to go there so bad. I don't know if I'll ever get to go now.
it's
Tour the
awesome. If it
world.
wasn't for comedy, I would live there.
really,
Really?
I love it there.
What-
Yeah.
Oh, because you like. At first, I thought you meant because the comedy's so bad there, you would not live there. But you like it so much. That took me like a second. I don't know if anyone else.
It's
thought
so
that.
bad. Oh, thank you.
Do you like
Kind
the
of
actual
beer.
like city like?
Love it. Yeah.
Okay.
I just love the cold. I mean, the rain sucks, but I
Yeah.
think that's a terrible reason not to move somewhere. Like you get used to it, I guess. But yeah, I just love the culture, and I just love English people.
Yeah. What do you think the main difference is? Are they just like more? They're not as uptight or what?
teeth.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
What's funny,
Dentistry.
when you go over there, they are like really into spray tans now.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, because they just in the last few years got their version of Jersey Shore called "The Only Way Is Essex," which is based. Yeah,
heard of it.
Yeah, like that's their Jersey Shore, and it's just spray tans and
Well, because they're
Fake
they're a
everything.
pale, blotchy people. Otherwise.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh
Fucking vampires.
this is
Stay on the
horrible.
road. Stay off the moors.
Is Katie
You
Price
Ben
on it?
Thompson.
You ever hear about her? Katie
Who?
Price, that
No.
hot British. Oh my god, she was so fucking hot. She's old now, but in like the later '90s, it was one of the best Playboys ever.
Oh, I
she
remember.
was
them.
smoking hot. She had those fat,
Big old
lips,
titties?
huge tits,
Yep.
but like perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved her.
I mean, that just shows you like what modern makeup can do. They can make British women hot.
Yeah,
Trying to think.
yeah. British porno is weird for me too. I don't. There's something about it.
Curtsy.
Instead of
Yeah.
saying yeah, they say. Instead of saying yeah, they say oi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's yes.
Oi. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
Asian
Yes,
and
yes,
British porn.
yes,
you
yes.
think you're listening to an AC/DC song? Oi, oi, oi. Lead me right out of the sunset.
That's what they do have. They have the music.
Yeah, I was gonna say, holy fuck. Well, even punk though, they had a pretty interesting punk scene way back when.
They did, and that's what annoys me is that is all the punk anybody knows. Whenever they talk about punk, they act like it fucking died in 1980 after the Sex Pistols broke up. I'm like, I don't know if you know, but it went around the world. It's still going. You missed the entire New York hardcore scene, Agnostic Front, and everybody, the fucking Cro-Mags. But oh no, the Sex Pistols broke up, and that was it. That was every fucking punk thing ends. Every once in a while now, you'll get like Minor Threat or something like that. But like, that annoys me. I don't like that.
And that's what I've been trying to tell people.
I
Yeah.
They just won't
absolutely
listen.
hate your music.
I hate yours. I hate the fucking Rolling Stones. They stink. Fucking boring.
No, but you
Hey,
like you
yeah.
like Yeah, I hate that song too.
That song annoys the shit out of me.
That's gonna be your fucking new ringtone.
Yeah, no, mine's indefensible. I understand. It's not for everybody, but yeah.
I don't know, not as indefensible as Angie's. Holy shit.
Yeah. Awful.
So, what is your mother?
American mutt.
Really?
Yeah, German, Swedish.
Where did they
Irish.
meet your parents? During the war?
Which one? Yeah, you know the war in Seattle in 1991. They met working in restaurants together. My dad came over here and was working in restaurants, and she was doing the same. And
what did he do?
he ran a restaurant down here, actually. He was like a general manager of a restaurant, and she was working for a restaurant in Seattle, and they were part of the same like chain of restaurants, and they met at some conference.
God, this feels like an English
It's terrible.
love story.
I
How
know.
boring.
It's so obnoxious. It's not a good story at
Love
all.
Actually.
And my dad was like, "I need to roll to the airport," and she was like, "Okay." Picked him up in her tractor, and it was love at first sight.
Wow.
It was adorable.
I got nothing.
I found your mother and I shagged her in the bathroom. You were only supposed to close the bloody door.
Yeah. I said, give me a ride to the plane depot. She said, plane depot? It's called a bloody airport, you bloke. And then she blew me.
Let me call my dad and verify that that's the story.
Is it true that you're so British you're named after Big Ben, the clock?
If I had a nickel for every goddamn time I've
Fuck,
heard
really?
that.
I didn't mean to be that hacky. Fuck.
It's so
But it's
so-
fair.
Yeah.
It's funny though. So okay, you're here. What made you want to do comedy?
Good question, Eric.
The bitches, mostly.
The people
What?
bitching about your set after me too. Get a lot of that.
I mean, you know, it's I think the same as everyone, right? Like you become funny because it's
When does that happen?
yeah, and that's what I'm trying to figure out.
No,
Because
okay.
I spend my nights with you guys.
That's
and
what we're trying to find out.
it's so tough.
I'll cut to the chase of this shit. There were a couple people. Chris Violta was fun.
Rip.
But Cole, you, Will Sennett, and then who else was another one?
It was bad, then became good.
I can't remember who the fuck it was, but you would come consistently. And I remember we would just give you guys such a fucking hard time.
How could you not?
And you guys were so much fun though. Like it was hilarious because you would come back and then you started throwing shit back at us, and it was a blast.
It was the best. Well, I mean,
it was so much fun, dude. And then it was so cool because I remember doing that fucking James Rio show.
yeah.
And I was
Oh.
like just hearing all these other comics, and I was like, ugh, some of these guys are fucking awful. Like I'd sit back and I'd just shake my head, go, Jesus fucking Christ, these people are miserable. And then you went up and just fucking blew them away, and it was like, I remember thinking like, fucking Ben Thompson, holy shit,
This
dude!
kid
It was
sucked a month ago.
it was like this guy's kicking some ass, and it was something that like I saw, and it was like, holy fuck, dude! Like it totally earned. Not that I'm anything because I'm an open micer, but it's just like. I saw you on the comeuppance, and I saw you do it, and it was just like, "Fuck, this guy's a rock star. He kicked the shit out of it."
Thanks,
you
man.
went. How many times did you win?
I
that
won
fucking
it
contest?
3 times in a row.
Yeah, and I mean consistently, he would just.
Is that
kick.
Flappers
What
or where's this at?
It was a comedy contest that James Rios used to hold, and it was just like a bringer show. But that was the thing, was people would bring people, and then you had to vote.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I remember you going up, and I went one time because he was like, "Do you want to headline one of the shows?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll, in front of a fucking audience." And then I remember just watching it and being like, "Jesus fucking Christ!" Like these kids.
I bombed that. I'll say I bombed every time that guy always kept looking, gave me another chance. I think like 3 out of 3 times I bombed fucking horrifically for poor. And I feel so bad because he put me on it. He was like so fucking nice, and I'm like, I'm sorry I shit your room up again, the fucking 3rd time. I think you might have come to the one with that bartender with the fucking huge tits, the fake tits. the real punk rock chick. It's like right over here. It's at the
I remember that.
You know,
yeah.
it's at Van Nuys Boulevard and whatever that is.
I know what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
It's a cool little bar, but like I don't know, I could not get it together in that room. I sucked.
Yeah, you were off.
Like recently, even like that was like fucking 2019.
last week.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I couldn't remember what show you were on, but the one of the times I did it, James hosted, and I mean, the amount of production value this show had was intense, and he was doing all of it, and he goes up and hosts, and he tells his first joke, nothing, and he goes, "I'm sorry guys, I'm nervous," and everyone's looking around like, that's not what we want to hear from the host. And then he goes, you know what? Let's just get this over with. Your first comic coming to the stage. And we're like, are you fucking serious right now?
Oh, God.
And it was just a absolute bomb fest. Bomb. So then, I mean, there like you couldn't tell any jokes. So I just went up there and just shit on all the other comics. I don't know if you were on that show.
Great. It was so fucking great, though.
Yeah, it was.
Is that the same bar, the one that I'm talking about?
No.
That was
this
when he
was
did it.
actually at Fourth Wall.
But then he moved it to that other bar.
Yeah.
I think we did it once together.
I think so.
I had watched a couple comics just eat a dick, and then some of them weren't too bad, and then you just were the clear best of all of them. And then I remember I went up and they had that box, and it had that really tall hole in it, and I was like, I go, this is like a glory hole, but for an NBA player. And I put my hand in it. I go, this is what we don't tell you. I remember this. I said, if you lose, you have to blow everybody in the audience. And then I go, God, I hope Ben Thompson loses. And then, but I'll never forget that and seeing it that night. And honestly, like just recently, like I've just been coming back more and watching more and more sets. And what changed? What did you figure out? I'm curious. I really am.
I think I stopped trying to do bits that I thought were about important shit. Like I was always trying to do these really dense bits that would take like a whole 5 minutes to get through, and I'd sometimes won't even get to the
climate change or like shit like that, or like
yeah, but like dumb takes on it.
Okay.
Like I used to have a joke about how like Ocean's 8 was bad for women because like 8 to 11 is like the same ratio as like the wage gap. Just like stuff that's like, oh, okay.
Trying to be
but,
profound
like,
and shit.
Yeah, like I was trying to be Chappelle or something. It
Work
was,
on
like, it was
Twitter,
just,
maybe.
Yeah, it was just too much. And I don't know, I think over, I guess the pandemic, just being away from it a little bit, I realized that like the bits that were working the best were bits about me.
Yeah.
Either bits about like my parents or bits about bros, and just and just being like self-aware. Yeah, just fucking making fun of those fucking guys.
Fuck yeah.
And I think that kind of clicked because I remember actually Joe Manente saying once that like a lot of these guys don't really start being who they are until they have to start introducing themselves, and not in a way. Because everyone does like I look like this, I look like that. We all have those jokes.
So about this shirt I'm wearing, you guys, and they get up on stage with a purposely wacky shirt.
Like then you're just a prop comic.
Somebody made you put it on before you got on the fucking stage. I hate that.
Yeah, and I used to do that stuff. I'd be like, oh, I know I look like your golf caddy, and people are like, okay, cool, whatever.
That's not so bad, but it's if you purposely wear like a fucking pink Hawaiian shirt and go on stage, and then you go like, how about this shirt? Is it crazy? It's like,
yeah,
you
I look
like
I work at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, that's 5 rungs below what you're doing, but that's not that bad.
Yeah, and it was so cool because one of the things that we set out like when we would do Fourth Wall was like Luke and I were big Opie and Anthony fans, and then you guys later on too. And one of the things that we loved, and I remember telling Joe, it was like, don't pay me anything, but I want to host the 8, 9, and 10. And you were one of those names that would always pop up in the 8, 9, or the 10. Really, the 10, too. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, we would just fucking... it was just brutal. Like, and I remember laughing and, like, all right, let's see what...
But does he have, like, a doggy bed in the other room or something?
He does, but I want him to stay up so that he'll actually fucking sleep tonight and not, like, wake up halfway through.
I should have brought you one of my roommates. She's got little things that knock her fucking dog out.
I mean, I might have to do that later.
Yeah, it's a bat.
So, like, one of the things that we wanted to do was, and I remember telling Joe, it was like, we're not going to be, like, nice. We're not going to be, absurdly mean either, but...
Well, if somebody calls my
happen
mama a
more.
whore. Is she?
Be honest.
So that was the thing of it was just like if it's funny then we'll laugh, but if it's not then we're gonna laugh even harder because it was so funny to see like you would try a joke and it wouldn't work, and I can remember in the back I have my arms up like wait, and he'd be like fuck, and like to see you go. I fucking hate this room. Like then you would get more into it. Then you had no choice but to tell us what really bothered you and what you really were about. Mm-hmm. But like you, Cole, you guys were and Chris Vialta was that way too. Like over time he stopped trying to be so fucking cute. And now a lot of good that did him. But now. But it was I have to say though he really earned my respect.
He was always plotting something. Never mind. I was trying to make he had a cold, coughing, boo. Terrible.
Yeah, you can take a lap.
Yeah, it was
He stopped himself. It's good.
I just heard him groan from the fucking
So, but it was so cool though because after you had gotten that shit out of your system, then you would open up and be like, you would really be like, all right, what do you guys want to talk? What are we really talking about? And then that was when you started becoming like Ben. Then it was like, oh, okay, though that's Ben. I mean, it was really cool, and I always respected you for sitting through that shit. Because not everybody handles it cool. Like everybody was like, "Oh, fucking." And I remember Muratori used to, "Oh my god, he's terrible." You would hear him in the back when I'd be up, and he'd be like, "Oh my god, this guy's the fucking cure for comedy." And it was just like, "Oh, I fucking hate Mike. Like, why does he have to talk during my set?" Awesome. And he'd be like, "'Cause you're fucking boring people." He's like, they thanked me. I was doing comedy back there. Thank you. You made me look great. I love you. And I just remember though that like thinking like, okay, if I can just fucking get through this, learn how to, and you totally did though, dude. It was something that, like I said, not everybody is cool about.
It was the gauntlet. You made it through the gauntlet.
Like, and it was. I don't know.
Today, you people are no longer maggots. You are comedians. Anywhere you go in the world, when you meet a comedian, he is your brother. A little initiation parade.
That's real, though, too.
What is this? A bro joke.
Well, hosting helped a lot, too. When he opened up that third location, and I was hosting there Wednesday through Friday.
Damn.
At 4 through 10.
Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, you just...
Oh, yeah, you hosted over at Koreatown.
Yeah, I mean,
That's right.
You're doing 6 sets in a row.
Yeah.
And
I fucking missed that place. God damn it.
Yeah. Well, what also helped a lot was at the time I was a tour guide at Warner Brothers.
That's right, yeah.
And it's an unscripted 2-hour tour. As long as you hit certain beats, you can say whatever you want. So I just wrote an act. I just had like a 2-hour act, and I was doing that 3 times a day, 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. And it's one thing. It's one thing to bomb at Fourth Wall. It's another thing to bomb in front of 12 tourists from Argentina. Let me tell you, bombing in front of 18 8th graders from Thailand is a different kind of bomb. And like I just got so comfortable with it. Or not comfortable with it, because we've seen that where guys are too comfortable bombing, and then they just think that that's how it is. It was more just, learning how to get out of it or learning to accept it.
Yeah.
I think that was a huge part. I mean, it was just, 10,000 hours, I think. I just started doing it so much, but without getting, because I think we see a lot of people that just do mics to do mics or do spots to do spots. It was like.
Yeah, they don't, they're not trying anything. They're not
They just want to
progressing.
They just like talking.
Just to get up.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a revolving door of just, like, because I also did a tour guide job in Malibu, and you just constantly
Damn.
get people, and you can just like constantly like do crowd work with them, and like you just get accustomed to it. And it's like, oh, okay, I'll never see you again. I don't care, and you just like can roll through everything.
Yeah, fuck it.
I have a question. Yeah. Why do you talk that way?
Give the poncho to the first row. Yeah.
I got that once or twice. I heard someone go, "Oh, he's a comedian." Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what town you're in?
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to make it out here. Like you're in Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm getting paid less than minimum wage
Yeah.
to do just because I love Warner Brothers. Get the fuck out of here.
Did you see anybody famous like around? Who's like the biggest name that you saw on the lot driving around? Have you seen like Clint Eastwood? Like, get the fuck away from me.
I didn't. I think I saw Clint Eastwood once. He drives around in a smart car, not even a golf cart.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not knowing where the fuck he is.
Yeah. No chance. No, just hunched over in his little smart car.
Get out of my way, faggot.
Yeah. To go.
He said that to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm a girl.
Exactly. My name's Madison. Madison, you're a faggot.
Get out of here, you faggot.
Ellen.
Oh,
Saw Ellen a lot. Speaking of faggots. And then
He's still mad because he looked her in the eye and she had him fucking fired.
dude, when that shit came out, it was. I just thought everyone knew that.
Oh, really?
me too.
That
I,
was
I'd
like a
heard stories
known
about her
thing.
fucking
Yeah, that was
forever.
Oh no, she has such
Very
a.
bad kept secret.
I feel like she has the best PR team because.
Oh.
Like I feel like everything. Oh, you just think Ellen and it's like fun and games because like everything, all of her apps and stuff that she releases, is like oh, it's just like Ellen's just a good time.
Yeah, love and kindness.
Yeah.
And like, no, she's the worst. I mean, I worked that show 3 times, and it was the worst 3 days ever. It was just
What'd you do on it?
we just did audience load-in.
Oh.
Our job was just to.
He fed her fetuses. More.
Lizard tongue came out.
Hi, Ellen. I'll be burning the Mexican children for your entertainment today. Good. Are you English? Pardon me.
You better not call it jam.
Yeah, it was wild. I mean, literally, our job was just to walk people into the stage, and it was the most high stress. People
Why? Just
yelling
because
at you
Oh, really? Okay.
because everyone's terrified of getting fired.
Yeah.
Everyone's scared of it. I mean, I knew a guy who was a writer's assistant on Conan for like 5 years,
Name names.
and then he got Adam Yenzer.
Oh, I was joking.
Who cares? Or you can bleep it out. Who cares? He writer's assistant on Conan for like 5 years, and he couldn't get a job at Conan because it was such a good workplace environment.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I guess I'll try Ellen immediately.
Oh,
It's just a
really?
revolving door because no one wanted
Yeah,
to
they
work
just
there.
get rid of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, just, firing people over yogurt and shit. It's just
Oh.
awful. I saw
What's
a
wrong with people?
I saw a PA trip on the stairs,
Hmm.
and the death glare that Ellen gave this little girl was terrifying.
She's probably just waiting for someone to tell her to fuck off too. I bet she probably would have made you like executive fucking manager or some shit. Like she'd be like, Alan, go fuck yourself. She'd probably be like, oh my god, like you're fucking do things for me.
It was so
There's
wild.
so many people like that in Hollywood too. That if you just tell them to fuck off or something, stand up to them, like they're just like
Well, it's kind of weird
you're
because
their dude after that.
it's kind of weird because at least like stand-ups, like they're like kind of based in like being around people, but like
I was gonna
she
say,
must have just completely forgot about like that whole thing.
Yeah.
She's like,
I was
"Fuck you
gonna
guys."
say, yeah, Luke, you're good at getting fired. Tell us.
Got another 100 smackers coming from the old Lady G tomorrow.
Oh,
Once again, because she can't. This is
if she shows up this time.
She canceled 3 times. We still get paid. She canceled 3 fucking times on us. So we'll see what happens
what's the story
tomorrow.
Here? Who's ADG?
Oh,
Well,
Lady G.
Lady G.
It's a long story.
It's a
about,
bad romance between those two.
It sure is. I
Yes.
can't help it. I was born this way. But,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just dance out there. No, there's I had a little problem with pop star. Maybe something.
Someone say a star is born off his Twitter.
Yeah. I might have been around the set of one of her videos and said a little too much about the video, and it might have become worldwide
He had
news.
a bad poker face as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Jesus, she greedy fuck.
All
How
right.
many?
I know. I just bad.
Poor
Dancing was
Ben's
bad
trying
enough.
to figure out what it is, and you're still making puns.
It's a real American Horror Story.
Cool.
All right. Yeah.
Decent.
God,
Now
how
you
much Gaga do you know? You queer?
too
Yeah, I was gonna say, my God.
No movie culture whatsoever, but you give me a fucking pop singer.
Ah, I wish you were born that way.
Well,
I'd be
congratulations.
poking your face. Boo!
It gets contagious, ain't it? The greed. Got you. Greed is bad.
Greed is bad. So, well, I had always heard that from Fitzsimmons. Like it was
Yes.
not so secret. That
And
she
Corolla
was a
too.
fucking
I don't know if
bitch.
Corolla got it from Fitzsimmons, but for years Corolla would always talk about how she was a notorious fucking bitch. But anyone that ever worked on her show or been involved with her would be like, "Ah, she's a bitch, right? Isn't she?" And then they'd go on these fucking stories. They'd, be like, no, they'd all sign NDAs that were like fucking airtight, which don't break those. But it was highly intimated that it was not a pleasant place to work. Rosie too. Rosie was famous for that too.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's something about fucking chick
Lesbians in
comedians.
powers.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. They're
what's weird?
angry people.
Well, it's weird because, well, I mean, if you're inside, then I guess you can understand. Like, if you really know like Hollywood, but like with social media and stuff, she just like reinvented herself and like, oh my gosh, she's so like fun, bubbly Ellen, and like no one except for people that were like directly connected to it knew about all that shit.
Yeah.
So 'cause I didn't even know about it.
I'm trying to think if I'd be a monster
And
if
I'm
I ever
in.
got famous.
What?
You're a monster
For
now.
sure.
I think I'd be pretty good.
Yeah, you seem like you'd be all right.
I'd
You're grounded.
I'd be annoyed, but I like
Cum monster?
you.
You would end up being Steve Harvey, where it's like, don't talk to me unless I'm on air.
And I have fake
Gale
teeth.
Yeah.
Does he really?
And then I host the Verzies doing something. You just tell I'm so annoyed with
The
my
Verzies
where
are
my-
still doing game shows, and you're just hosting all of them.
Yeah, they're in
Happily.
their fucking, they're in their 40s, and I'm in a rascal scooter
All right, here come the Verses doing wipeouts.
that's all greasy and fucking it's got cookie dough and like.
It just cuts to your face, just like that's half of Steve Harvey's career. It just cut to his face with his mouth hanging open after someone said something dumb. It's like that's like he was like the with DJ Khaled of comedy. It's just like he just yells DJ Khaled and like I don't even know where the fuck I'm going. I'm way out in the weeds or something.
You had it, though.
Someone
You
help me.
had it.
I
I was
try
going
to save
somewhere,
you,
but I got-
was
You're
like-
holding onto the rope, and then
It was so weird. 'cause
That was
I-
around my neck.
I saw your fucking eyes
We
just
wish.
go dead.
where is this?
You know what it was? I don't know enough about DJ Khaled to have.
Mama, I want to go home. I want to go home.
It's like when an old person starts a sentence.
The audience can use some more morphine.
Luke, tell us how to fix you. Tell us how to fix you. I could use good premise.
Yeah. Wrap more gauze around my funny bone. Save it, Prime Ryan, everybody. Very tragic scene.
So, so fucking. Oh Jesus Christ! I mean, what do you want? What's the game plan for you? What do you want
Ooh, toughie.
more than anything? Is it
Just-
stand up or is it?
It's stand up for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing better, right? I mean, there's other stuff you want to do. Like I'd love to show run. I think the Larry David career is great.
He's a
but,
showrunner? Oh, you mean like have a show?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I thought meant literally because there is a job called showrunner. that-
yeah, but like in a Larry David sense, like you run the show, you run the writers' room, and you star in it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But of course, like who doesn't want that?
Do you,
But stand up's the best. I mean,
do you
there's
see
nothing
yourself
better.
going to like a Hannah Gatsby route or like
What does that mean?
dominating stand up?
Hope to God. being the queen.
crush
I
it.
want to be the queen of stand up.
Let's just ask, how long is the hair gonna get?
It's coming off soon.
I
It's
like it,
getting
dude.
long.
I hate it.
Who cares? What?
I hate it.
What's the perfect length for you?
You had the best fucking hair of any and I used to give you shit about it.
But at what length? Because it's been all over the place.
Well, the pictures that I have of you in my wallet.
You're still printing
scrub.
out. You're the only one at Kinko still printing out photos for wallets, and it's just the back of my head in a room filled with asbestos.
me and fucking Robin Williams in that 1 hour photo.
Yeah.
Another Ben Thompson, Mr. Rocha. Mind your fucking business.
Ben walks in there, and the employees are like, "Come here, there's this guy.
Mr.
Something's
Thompson,
going
you're gonna
on.
need to take a look at this.
It's him.
You need to call the police immediately."
I say keep growing it out, dude, or go mullet.
Oh yeah, because you know everything
mullet.
about fucking hair.
Well, that's all.
Pay for all
Yeah,
this
she
fucking
does.
hair, and you
And
don't
all-
know how to style it.
And all the more reason to keep it. I paid a lot of fucking money, and I do. I
And
know
you
I got to
don't
work
know
on
how
it.
to fucking style it.
Well, I told you to
How,
tell you.
how else would he style it?
I could
Not
do.
like
He
you
wants me to
sleep on
push
your
it forward
face.
and like slick it.
He
more,
Like a
Push it
TikToker?
forward.
What?
Yeah, probably like a TikToker. Honestly,
He wants you to look
Look,
like a gay
okay.
guy from the '60s.
He okay. He make.
So,
If I
okay,
poof it
here's-
up, it
here's the thing.
thins it out.
Here's
That's
the thing.
his point.
When
I see,
you,
I see, I
you
see.
don't pay that much money to have fucking hair put in there, and then to push it up so that
It looks like
it
it's
looks like you're still
losing
receding.
it. I see.
You look consistently like you were ripped off. Like that's the.
I mean,
I've gone to 3 gay guys. Shut up! I've gone to 3 gay guys.
I need photos,
and, a
and you need to
hairstylist.
send me photos, like actual photos. You showed me them. I need them
Yes,
sent.
all right, I'll send them to
and I'll
you.
get a haircut.
All right, I'm going with you because
Okay.
you'll fucking tell her. Just puff up the. Just puff up the.
Do you have to do more shit with it, or like you're where it's gonna be at? Like, do you have to do more treatments and shit?
No, it's all done.
Great, Mitchell.
It's good.
God, you can do everybody. This fucking guy. What a cipher.
No, we got it last June, and now it's
Light
like
moratorium, bitch.
it'll be a full 2 years before
Nobody's
you see
safe.
like the fullest results.
Hey, we're having a conversation.
Yeah,
here.
what the
you
fuck?
guys?
We're off this. We're having a little thing on
Yeah,
the
you
side.
guys can go
We're
outside.
having a conversation.
Can we change the? Can we start around feed actually?
yeah.
Everybody put in one headphone if you want to hear us. And the other headphone. Mitchell has
I
the
don't
hair of like in the 1960s film strips in school. Like the homosexual, he may appear innocent, but what you don't know is that he's after your children.
What do you do when you approach a
They all look like John Waters. They all have a pencil mustache and like the hair all combed over real hard, and sunglasses on. Those weird sunglasses.
He's wearing an ascot.
Yeah. Come look at my paintings. That'd be Mitchell. 60s gay guy, predator gay guy hair.
I'll take it.
If this temperature okay for you guys, I make it cooler.
So cut the hair is what you're saying. Get rid of it.
Okay. It's how
Fuck, I can't take the Mitchell impression.
it's how he styles it.
Oh, I don't care about him.
He can't. Oh,
No, I'm talking about me.
oh,
now.
yours. Okay.
Yeah.
God, yours is amazing. God, hang on, I'm gonna fag out really. Oh my God, there's so much we can do. So the thing of it is like when it's like just one hand length, like I'm trying to think. Okay, like
One hand
Leonardo
length.
DiCaprio's length in whatchamacallit.
Like that, like this.
Leonardo DiCaprio's length in
Gangs of New York?
Titanic.
Oh, because it looks kind of gay.
Yeah.
in New York.
I
like,
see.
Yeah, short, like right where your ears, like just so it covers your ears.
Speaking of
Gotcha,
bad Irish
gotcha.
accents, by the way.
Yeah. Seriously.
The butcher don't fancy women that cut up. Well, that was actually better than him in the movie.
You got the part.
Yeah.
Well, part of me wants to go aggressive and go with the Brad Pitt Fury haircut, where it's like
Oh.
a one on the sides,
Yeah.
but then long on top.
Yeah.
But then you look like
could
a
pull that
rat.
off though.
That's a great movie.
It's a very
aggressive.
Peaky Blinders look for you.
Yeah. Then I just gotta start wearing the railroad hats.
Movie Los Feliz, so you fit in.
What stand-ups do you like?
My favorites.
Besides us, obviously.
Yeah, no. Besides, what's your name again?
Steve.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
I don't know
Jerry.
why I keep doing this show.
Neither does the audience.
Week in, week out. It's just consistent shit.
I know what I do. It's for
And now
the,
Eric developed my accent.
Don't read
and
the
it-
iTunes reviews.
I know what I do. It's for the honey turkey.
The best is you can just sub on a brother and he'd do all the same material.
Rocha would actually not be a fan of that. He's specifically chosen
no,
me.
Mitchell's the only one. He's got hard.
Yeah,
Mitch's got
all
one.
the other
great.
ones.
That's what you need in comedy. It's hard.
yeah.
That helps.
Can we get Astro Mike?
He might be better, honestly.
I told you set him down.
He's got to ignore him.
Well, I stuck my finger in his asshole
Oh,
a few
that
times.
works. That'll help.
That usually works on Sean and Astro. So Sorry.
Except Astro, when you pull it out, it's not full of cum.
Yet.
Well, there goes our young audience.
I never had one. No blacks, no youngs. Not happening.
You know what we do? We got to get a woman on this show.
Yeah, we
That's
should.
on you. That's on you. Booking this thing.
That's
I
true.
know.
Get one on, Eric.
Jesus Christ.
You haven't had a woman
No,
on?
we're fine.
I've had a couple gays. That's about it.
Yeah, me every time. That's it. I don't think we've had anybody else that was gay.
Who brought that dog last time? Was that Puglisi that brought the dog that fucked up the last time? Who
No,
brought
that
the
was
dog?
Handred CV.
Yeah. Right. It was.
I asked him, I go, did you listen to the episode? He goes, no. Absolutely not. He goes, my dog fucked it up.
And you know what? I believe him. Andrew would not lie about that. He's like, no, I didn't listen
Who
to
brought
it.
the dog?
No plans
So
to.
your comic, who's your favorite comics? Give me
Favorite-
three.
3.
Hannah.
Seinfeld, Bill Burr, Brian Regan.
Regan.
Yeah, big Regan guy.
Regan's great.
The next 2 are Neil Brennan and Sebastian.
Oh, God, we lost him.
Are you losing on Sebastian or
No,
Brennan?
Neil.
Not a Neil
Sebastian,
Brennan fan.
whatever. No.
I actually like Neil's.
I'm a
thing much.
Kevin Brennan fan. That's about me.
Kevin, I love
It shows.
I love Kevin.
You have his attitude.
And his fucking composure or what's the
disposition.
Disposition. Fuck! Tired. Slept like shit because of a fucking dog. It kept me up all night.
And that's why Kevin's the second best brother.
Yeah. What do you like about Neil?
I mean, I don't think anyone really tells jokes like him.
Oh, thank God. Sorry, I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
No, it's I don't know. It's always material that in a way you've never thought about it. Like I'm trying to think. Like what's that bit? That's like he tells the bit about getting the N-word pass, and he's like rapping it in the street. He goes, you know, Jamal, like that. Like no one, like it's one of those. It's those jokes that like everyone should think of, but he's the only one that's done it. That's why.
Have you ever seen Regan live?
I have.
Yeah.
I have seen Regan live.
It was like a fucking massive arena.
It was an opera house. So basically,
Where? Canada?
Spokane, where I'm
Okay.
from.
All right. Oh, really? Spokane.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Benjamin from Spokane.
I mean, I love Regan because like he's so clean, he's so cookie cutter. He'll do 5 minutes on snow cones,
Yeah.
but like if you listen, he has so much hate in his heart.
yeah.
He has so much contempt for snow cones, but he does it in the cleanest way. It's
What's those stories Anthony used to tell about going to drink? And he's like, once you get some drinks in Regan, holy shit, he's not the sweet guy you think he is.
no kidding.
Yeah,
Apparently
he's
he
got a fucking
rips
dark
tequila.
side.
That's
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he rips tequila.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still love that story. That one time he just showed up at the comedy store to like. I love when he's. I don't know. I'm not. He's okay. He's a great like. I like hearing him talk about comedy and shit 'cause he's got great stories. But he was on Rogan once and he showed up at the comedy store just to hang, just to see everybody. And they kept trying to get him to go on stage. And the manager was like, "You want to get up?" And he was like, he knew he was too drunk. And he was like, "No, I don't think I will." He's like, "I'm too drunk and I don't want to get up and I don't want to like disappoint people and make an ass of myself." And everyone was like, "What a good decision to not do that." But like they had the wherewithal to not get up and like know that he was too drunk and didn't do it. I was like, that's solid.
Well, he's probably aware of his act too, because if he goes up there and starts swearing,
Yeah.
and shit,
Yeah.
people are gonna be like, "What the fuck? This
Yeah.
isn't the guy."
One
Yeah.
cuss word and everybody hears about that.
Exactly.
So
I don't know.
Eric's mad dog and the dog.
That dog just got into submission.
we
See
can't.
that?
That's pretty tough, Eric. He's the size of your foot. You really showed him.
No,
That's what he does to comics too. He sits in the back of the room and stares at them just like that. Fucking guy.
Can't confirm.
Jesus.
No,
The-
was I ever really, really mean to you?
No, never.
See? Shut the fuck
You're never
up.
mean, but it's the
didn't say
dreaded.
him.
It's the dreaded Rocha laugh. There's dead silence, and then you will just.
But I'll take that shit any day of the week.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
Instead, you come out of somewhere and they're like, "Hey man, nice set." It's like, dude,
Yeah.
I know I sucked. Like,
No.
I don't need that.
It is like a. It's kind of accepting because you're like, oh, he's laughing because you know that he knows you know that you bombed,
Yeah.
and he's like letting you know that this is just how it goes.
Yeah. That was one of the hardest things for me to learn was to figure out what was a real laugh and what was a you suck laugh.
Yeah.
Because you get both when you're starting out, where like you're just, or you just
I hear it all the
bombing
time.
and people are dying laughing, and people hear that and go, "Oh, that's a good joke." Like, no,
Yeah.
they are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or the
they're-
worst is when he does the laugh and they don't even know that it's him laughing at them bombing. You're like, why? I don't know why this guy keeps laughing. And we're like, oh God, you are fucking hopeless.
It mind fucks a lot of people. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't know how to react to it. They're
Yeah,
like,
but
oh,
you
you're
tell
just
people
laughing
I
at
don't
that?
think it's that deep.
It is.
Those are usually the people that
There's been some people that like straight up quit in the middle of fourth wall. They're
No,
like, yeah,
I've never made anybody quit.
maybe you haven't,
Well,
but
not
that room
anybody
has.
I wanted
go
to.
see him. Tell him maybe it's time you should quit.
No, and honestly, it's not that I'm like avidly trying to be like It's funny because in the moment where it's like,
The uncomfortability is funny.
oh my God, this is so great.
Well, it's because
like,
you've done so much comedy. Like you listen to you hear so many jokes, you hear so many premises that like your barrier that makes you laugh
oh yeah,
is now like the opposite. It's
Ben
it's
just
someone-
hit it. I think that's what it is when you host, you hear when somebody's going to take a left when they should have taken a right. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, baby, here we
Yeah.
go. It's like when you hear the brakes and you're like,
Yeah.
like, waiting for the crash.
Yeah, it's been 4 hours. You've heard 33 sets, and you see a guy just struggling and he's sweating. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, God.
It's so much fun.
We were doing this thing. So check this out. I didn't know Chris Vialta's family was in the audience.
Rip.
But when they were doing...
Oh, wait, this was on Friday?
Yeah, this is on Friday. And I did some joke about because when I found out it was Cole that told me, he was like, hey, man, Chris died. And
Hey man, Chris died or whatever.
we all felt really bad about it. All of us did. And then I was just thinking of like, okay, just writing jokes and stupid shit like that. So one of the things that made me laugh was, did I talk about it last week? About
No, I think you're
Throw
talking about at the
Mama?
party, maybe. Oh, I don't know. I don't
Through
think so.
a
I
party?
don't know. No, he was talking about at Cole's house the other night. You were telling the story about the family being there.
So okay, one of the things, and it was so shitty. Like we were all bummed about it like all day because I think I was driving for you, wasn't I?
I think so, maybe.
So, anyways, I don't know if you ever seen Throw Mama from the Train, but we're all kind of sitting there, and the Versies texted me, and they were like, "Hey," we were all in a group text. He's like, "Hey, what happened to Chris Vialta?" And by this time, we'd kind of known about it. It was just like, fuck. Like,
Yeah, they
we
were so
just
late to the party. They were
we
so
were
late to
so
the gossip.
bummed about it, but it's just like, Jesus Christ. Like, you just get tired of saying it. And, like, after somebody dies, like, a few hours later, you're like, I remember my grandpa died. Like, 3 weeks later, salespeople would call and they'd be like, hi, I'm Ted from Johnson Insurance. Can I talk to Manuel Rocha? And my grandma would be like, my husband died 2 weeks ago. Do you mind?
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. And she's like, yeah, so was he. Hang up the phone. So we're just kind of like tired of telling people. And then the poor Versies, they texted the group message. They're like, did something happen to Chris Vialta?
Yeah.
And Luke sends a picture of Danny DeVito and the mom from the Goonies. And it's a scene. It's a scene from Throw Mama from the Train. And in the scene... It's right after Billy Crystal falls down the stairs and they think he's dead. And so Danny DeVito asks, Mama, where's my friend? And she says, your friend had an accident, he's dead. So the Versies ask, did something happen to Chris Vialta? And he sends a picture of that scene.
Oh, my Lord.
And underneath he put, your friend had an accident, he's dead.
These are Luke's 2 responses, by the way.
Yeah.
One is a photo from it, and the other one is a screenshot he took.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Ridiculous.
I don't know how to process grief.
Your friend had an accident, he's dead. I want myself to be there.
Larry, my friend. Fucking love that movie.
So I'm like half crying and I'm half laughing because it was just such a funny goddamn thing. And I'm thinking of jokes and shit like that. And so, like, yeah, one of them was like, when Cole told me, he's like, hey, Chris died. And I was like, oh, what mic was he at? And he's like, no, I mean, he's gone. He's dead. And I was like, he'll get better. Don't worry about it. He's like, no, he's not going to get better. And I was like, Cole, you're an asshole. What do you mean he's not going to get better? Like, we used to say the same thing about you. And he was like, fuck you, I'm fine. I'm funnier than Chris Vialta. Like,
Well, now you are.
They put the fun in funeral. God damn it.
Oh,
Rip.
That's
I like that guy a lot.
fucked up.
Fuck.
You know what I love though? We say as well. He would have loved those fucking jokes because
Yeah.
he was dark like that.
Yeah.
He was.
That's what was so funny. But that's and then Dummy over here is like, he goes, well, if I die, I want you guys talking like that. And we're like, oh, trust me, we will.
Yeah.
We'll be the only ones talking about it.
Probably.
That's it.
Well, like a week later, you'd say something. My mom should be like, hey, "Oh, that's right, he died. I forgot about that."
I'm trying to think how we would do your funeral, Luke.
You know, the wooden box they fucking staple together, and then
Are you? Does anybody want to get cremated? What do you guys do?
I would get cremated.
Really?
Be a big ass urn.
What is
Be a
it?
fucking tree pot. Bombed. Sorry. God damn it.
Both cremated, huh?
We're gonna get our ashes together. Yeah, shake them up. We'll be together forever.
That's awesome.
I just don't see any point in buying a space in the ground or on some fucking wall.
Yeah, but what if you can? What if you don't know and you can feel pain after you're dead? You want to be incinerated into fucking ashes? Isn't that horrendous?
I'm dead. I don't have to
Well,
worry
you
about that.
read
How do
shit.
you know?
You
don't know
read
that.
Tales from the Crypt?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I am. Maybe
I
I
mean,
did.
do
see
you,
that
do you
episode.
believe in reincarnation? Is that
No, but what if your nerve endings? What if you're like still can feel things and you don't?
Wait,
know
so
that
you'd
yet?
rather just lay
Not
in the
that
ground?
being
Yeah,
involved
so
would be
you'd rather be
pleasurable.
buried alive?
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
so
wait,
go
wait,
back as
wait,
a
wait.
zombie.
I don't know.
So you heard-
Decaying sounds pretty painful.
Exactly.
that sounds even worse.
Oh,
Not
please.
getting incinerated in a furnace.
You've never heard somebody think, oh, please burn me. Please.
I don't know. It's so I couldn't do. I don't think I could do it. I want to just in
Well,
case.
it's not
I
up
want
to
be.
you.
I want to be caught. Well, yeah. You could tell people. I'll tell my mom or
right.
something.
I feel like you die in like a garage door. You just leave one of the windows open, close the garage, and then just let the monoxide get you.
Yeah.
That seems like the Luke way to go.
Yeah.
I'll just listen to one of your sets and my heart will fucking stop. He listened to the Verzi set and swallowed his own tongue.
I just laid it up.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
There's fingernails in the radio where he was trying to pull out the
Screaming.
The neighbors came over to try to help him, but when they heard it, they ran. Blowing out speakers in the lucky one.
I think the stories you hear about the down power line in the yard, but there's water, and every member of the family goes up to help the next guy, and they yell, keep getting electrocuted. Same fucking. That happens all the time. There's like one of those a year somewhere.
Really?
You hear those stories? Yeah, it's fucked up.
What?
Like a power line goes down in the yard, the father goes out to fucking do something about it, but there's water in the grass and he gets electrocuted. The son comes out to help the dad, he gets electrocuted. The wife comes out, the whole fucking family, the dog, everybody, the goldfish gets fucking involved. It's a mess.
I feel like that's how you're gonna go out, Verzi.
Maybe some shitty way
All
like
of
that.
in like the most delicious kebab that I'll ever.
Fucking Three Stooges
Are you
status.
guys gonna finish your Verzi?
It's like a bite out of Sean's ass. Talk about rap roast,
Rocha's munching on the cock.
I pick them all up like they're fucking Christmas ornaments. Oh, time to put out the Verzies. God, can you believe it's already Christmas?
Like I knew I wanted to roast him, but this is ridiculous. Come on. All right. I'm tired.
Would you rather die that way or like? Have you ever seen those videos of like just the random sinkholes that like just?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, those are something.
I think I'd rather get electrocuted.
That's why every time I'm on the fucking 10, I'm stuck on the like 5 o'clock traffic, when you're the 10 where it merges on the 405 and it's all that super elevated fucking thing, because that thing collapsed in like the 93 fucking earthquake and people like cry. But it's like, how would you even know? You just be sitting, you can't even feel that in your car. Like you just be sitting there, and next thing you know, like, the road just collapsed and you just fucking. That's why there's that giant tree. I always think about it, like that road starts shaking. There's a tree that's as tall as that fucking on ramp, and you could like jump off the thing onto the tree and I would just grab it. You know, make like a tree and leave.
What are you, Rambo? That's not gonna happen.
No. Why? It's a tree. Why don't I have any guns involved? I just jump on a fucking tree and grab a tree branch. But I don't
They
know.
just fall into the abyss.
Yeah. The James Cameron movie? All right.
Would it be funny if by the time you fell there, you found like another notebook of your jokes?
Yeah, I threw out the window. And aggravation.
Even the ground wouldn't accept it.
Yeah.
The earth just sank as soon as you're
And then
booked in.
I get a paper cut from it. I get infected and I die. That's what kills me. My old shitty jokes.
How do you want to die, Ben?
Hopefully not here.
Good call.
That's what it feels like.
Sounds like you just did.
Half of our audience did. Don't worry.
I know how those Argentinians felt.
Trail of dead bodies.
He wants an English burial, he does. We're going to bury him in jam.
Yeah.
Wait, I do. I want to tell my favorite Eric Rocha story.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This was probably...
Put your phone down.
This is probably one of the first times I ever saw you do stand-up. And, like, coming to L.A. was the biggest culture shock in the world for me. Just doing stand-up. Because, like, I grew up in the most homogenous place ever in Spokane, Washington. Then I went to a liberal arts school. So it's just white, just white up and down. And then I come to L.A. to start doing stand-up. And I see you go up. And you're telling this story about fucking a guy in the ass in front of a church.
Just a regular Tuesday.
And yeah, and I'm like, this gay guy hates gays more than anyone I've ever met in my entire life. Where am I? I had never met anyone like you. I'd never heard anyone talk like you. I thought I was on a different planet, and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever.
You are an anomaly. You are an anomaly. Like the fact that no one would ever fucking guess that you're gay.
Cameron Moffat was just talking about you in the last mic. He said that he's like, "Yeah, your friend Derek. He's the gayest guy I know. We can talk about baseball and talk about classic rock. It's the best."
I thought it was part of your act. I thought it was like, oh, this guy just pretends to be gay.
Really?
But then I was like, he's so graphic. There's no way.
No, I remember when that happened.
Fucking the guy in the ass of the church.
Yeah, this guy. He was like 20.
God didn't hate you enough.
Well, it really wasn't something I was trying to do.
Oh.
It was what happened was this guy was 20 and he wasn't allowed into the bar, and he wanted to fuck, and I was like, ugh. And he's like, I really want to go into this bar, but I really want to fuck too. And I was like, well, we can do one of those things. And he's like, okay, I know the perfect spot. And so it was really dark out, and I was pretty hammered. And we just start doing the thing, and so then I feel something really cold. And I'm like, God, it's on my ass. Like, Jesus. And I turn around. It was this fucking, like, it was this stone, and on it was the church that we were at. Like, and I really didn't know we were at a church because it didn't look like. It was one of those churches where it's just like, it was one of those, I hate to say it, it's one of those Mexican churches where it's probably like where you can find an AA meeting in the afternoon, and then at night or whatever it becomes a church.
Banquet hall for quinceañeras.
Exactly, yeah, one of those. And I felt something cold on my ass, and it was the word of the Lord. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, we are at a church. And he was like, fuck. And I was like, oh, man. Like,
You really put the sack in sacrilegious. Decent.
it was not
That was-
decent. That was
I didn't mind it.
I tried. No one else said anything. What the fuck?
6
you want
out of
from me?
10.
I'm doing the hard work. I'm down here in the fucking
Yeah,
sewers.
you can't keep your fucking eyes open.
When
After that story, no. Fuck good.
here's a British word for you. When did you know you were a pufta?
Ooh.
Sounds like a fat gay.
Yeah, what was that? 15, 16?
I don't want to talk about this. Is about Ben Thompson coming out.
Mrs. R. plug yours.
Let's get into
Mrs.
it.
R.
What is it? A pufta?
Pufta.
Pufta.
Pufta. I remember I knew a gay guy
Yes.
in high school, and like everyone knew it, but
There's always one of those.
Yeah, like I remember I saw him wearing moccasins in middle school. I'm like, this guy's a flamer. And he
That'll do it.
He just
remember-
turned out to be fucking Native American. Look at this fag.
Why are you bothering me?
Please,
that's a different Indian.
My grandpa made these for me.
please give me back my blankets.
More like Trail of Queers. You guys look like you got some wounded knees there. We lost our Native American listeners.
He's back, baby. He's back.
I bet you a little big horn in your pants. He's gonna let baby girl have a laugh. There he goes.
I think it's the hardest I've seen him laugh.
Laughing so hard he's gonna lose more hair. Also, don't skate away from the question. When did you know?
Here, I'll bring it back down. This laugh is too intense. Get it? It's intense because it. Boo. I'm trying to put a cap on the laughter. That's like when they
I see what you did
when they
there.
bust the oil fucking open and there will be blood and they gotta fucking blow up the dynamite. That's what that was.
You got some wounded knee.
That's solid. That's pretty good.
Jesus Christ, that was good.
Thank
that was
you.
really good.
All right. That excuses all my other bombs.
Okay, all right. I'll be really fucked up and specific. I was in middle school.
Okay.
And I remember we were playing football, and it was kind of different because it was like, all right, guys are like starting to finger chicks and like get hard at shit like that. And I remember watching Dream On, and like it was just the curiosity was always there. It was like, oh my god, like you could see some real sex in Dream On. Remember? So
Yeah, we were talking about that. Yep.
So
HBO and titties from day
the
one.
thing about it was I remember being attracted to his son because we were like around the same age, and I was like, man, he's better looking than everybody on that show. And then I always say too, it was Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement because he had the hair that I want you to have.
Yeah.
I'm like Liberace. I'm just gonna make you. Ben, I painted a portrait of you. You're gonna love this, Ben.
That's a good reference.
And then Mitchell's my driver. Are we ready to go?
I can't if I can do that. Mitchell impression.
Sorry, so you were playing football.
And of oh fuck, I'll even name who it was.
Oh.
All right, it was Mitch Blake.
Mitch.
It's a fucking manly name.
That's
Yeah,
a
he was
quarterback.
farm-
name.
That sounds like a
That
fucking
is a quarter-
He was.
That's
1950s
It's a
private
varsity
eye.
blues quarterback name right there.
And I remember he was a farm kid, and he fucking hated gay people. By the way, fucking hated.
I like him already.
Amazing. Where do I sign?
So he was a farm kid though, because they used to bale hay, and I remember like he would fucking like he was strong. He was like fucking. Maybe he was really thin, but the thing of it was, like, I remember one time we were changing the locker room, he took off his shirt, and he was fucking ripped, dude. Like, those farm kids are fucking built like a brick
Yeah, they
shit
get up at 5 in the
house.
morning and do fucking manual
Yeah.
labor.
And I was like, Jesus Christ. And one of my buddies was like, holy fuck, look at his abs. And all the guys were like, holy shit, and they were like poking his stomach. And I was like, yeah, that's crazy. I was like, let me see. And he's like, yeah, isn't that weird? And I was like, yeah.
Tuck your boner up.
Yeah, it's fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah. Eric, you're supposed to take your finger off him at some point. Gym's over.
And it was from then on, it was just like, oh fuck, like. And I remember knowing like we got a problem.
Houston.
we fucked up big time. And it was just because I remember like my uncle used to say faggot all the time. He's like, look at this guy, fucking faggot. And he used to say it really fast, like faggot, like.
Like it was one syllable.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, okay,
That's
like,
the proper way.
You're like, yeah, look at him.
That's somebody that knows. That's somebody that knows what they're doing.
and then it was just like, okay, like. This is not good.
Yeah.
And for a long time, you're like, yeah.
I'll say.
And then, yeah, I don't know. Over time, it was just, I played football, and I think people knew. And it was just one of those things where it was like, well, I'm not going to date something I'm not attracted to. Like, it's so funny because I talked to my friend who I took her to prom. And I think I told you guys about this, but her dad was like, so what are your intentions with my daughter? And I was like...
Makeup tips.
And I was like, nothing. And he was like, back in the day, they would put an apple between the knees of a girl while she was at the dance. And the only reason she would take that apple out is to give it to her father. And I was like, we're going to the Red Lobster for dinner. That's where I'm taking her. Because that
Just
was
funny
like,
because I'm going to eat her clam after. Hopefully she doesn't give me crabs. All right, we're out of seafood jokes. Sorry.
and it was just, I remember laughing so hard because she was like, Dad. And I was like, I don't have any sexual intentions towards your daughter.
You
Did
said
she-
it that
did she-
plain
Oh,
now?
yeah.
You started salivating at the word of apple. Look
No, Red Lobster.
Look at a fucking luau pig at the end of the night.
Now my intentions with you, Mr. Larson, are a little different.
His name was Mr. Goff. And I was just like, no. I
That's
don't
what he wanted
know.
you to do. Fuck golf. Please. So does the audience, by the way. Sorry. There's no reason for it.
When did your parents
This
know?
is like bad TV show dialogue. This really happened? Like that fucking plainly?
The worst sitcom ever.
Right? Like if I read that in the script, I'd be like, no one would ever say that in real life. Like no one talks like that. It's like I have
Well,
no
it
sexual
was- you gotta
intentions for your
remember-
daughter. It's like terrible dialogue, but it
It's from
happened.
fucking bumfuck
'cause
Colorado.
I had to. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was very. Very.
And she was
farm
sitting
town.
there when you said this?
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's so fucking awkward. Jesus Christ.
And it was just, it was one of those things where it was just like, I told my mom right before we were like, it was a big softball tournament we were playing. And I was just like, I should probably tell you something. She's like, what? I was drunk. I was like,
She probably knew you were drinking
I know
Moscato
what
the whole
I-
night.
I know a lot of people are asking if I'm gay or not. I was like, I am. And I looked down and then I looked back up and I was like, I am gay. Because I had to say it.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
You ever
I
hang
had
off
to
a
say-
building?
What, and then she pretended like she didn't know?
I don't know. It's
Telling you about
we-
the giant fag. It's a Batman reference. Sorry.
You have no idea how good of a reference that
Sorry.
was. I'm telling you, man. It was
Who are you, man? Who are you? Sorry. Tim Burton Batman's on
oh
there.
shit! I'm telling you, man. It was a giant fag. Oh fuck, Luke.
Sorry. That was another insider. I'm sorry, everybody.
Good old Mrs. R.
Christ.
If you knew it, you knew it.
Yeah, that was
Sorry,
solid. No, anyways, long story short, that was.
But people were talking. People knew.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't been dating any girls, and it was just like, and by that time, it was just kind of like I didn't give a shit anymore because it was like, well,
Were there
I don't
any
know.
chicks you were attracted to before you knew you were gay or no?
yeah, there was maybe two.
Really?
One of them, like, I would have fucking married. It was my really good friend's sister.
Oh yeah.
I remember we went to an Incubus concert.
Tight.
And
You just shot an
she-
Incubus video this week.
Really?
Yep.
She fucking she was awesome. Like I had the fucking hots for her too because she was like I remember
The hot.
I couldn't. I did.
That's great.
How old are you?
Everybody in this town is-
I was
speaks in
15,
cliche.
I was 15 and she was I think 16 or 17, and she drove us. And I remember she had all these joints, and she had them rolled up, and she's like, "Oh, will you hand me one of the joints out of the purse?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, okay." And she's like, "Go ahead, fire it up." I was like, "Okay." I'm
That's kinda
smoking a
hot.
joint, and she was like, "Okay, here, just hold on to the steering wheel." And she's like, "Don't kill us." And I was like, "Okay, well." And I mean, it was so. She's like, "Oh, I got us a couple beers." Like, she was older than I was, and she had her own car, and she like smoked weed.
Yeah.
And I
She's
was
a
just
bad
like,
bitch.
yeah, I was like, oh my fucking god, like I love you, like you are incredible, and like all of the cool guys were like cool with it because she smoked weed and everything.
She's probably
And
hot.
she didn't do it because she wanted to fit in. Like she was the person that legitimately like. If you needed weed, you would go to her, and she was like, "Oh, I think I've got a couple joints. Hang on," and it was just like, "Fuck!" Like, and I always was attracted to that.
She sounds
So-
like her name was Becky. What was it?
It was Shayna.
Oh, okay.
Shayna Felzine. She was.
Why do you sound so disappointed about that?
I wasn't. Shayna wasn't even on my fucking radar. She sounded more like a Becky or a Nicole. I hate when I'm wrong.
Same.
What did she say in Death? What did she say in Death Proof? It's Shauna Banana, not Shayna. Fuck, I forgot what she says.
I don't know. But anyways, just to wrap up.
Another obscure movie reference. Thanks, everybody.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, isn't it?
And
Nice.
who's the other one? Who's the
Screeching
other
alt.
one? You said there was two?
Yeah. That other one I keep just for me, like, I'm just kidding.
Fucking tool.
I-
God. I believe that for a second.
who was the other one? Oh, the other one was... Oh, I don't fucking remember her name.
Famous or a chick from around
No,
town?
just around town.
okay.
It was those local bitches that were like, "Oh fuck!" Like,
Yeah.
That's
a whole other level.
I could marry this girl just because she was fucking awesome. Again, it was one of those girls that. Oh, I remember. Her name was Allie.
Good name. I like that.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic
And
hot chick name.
She was another one that like, she smoked weed. I think later on she got into coke, and it was just like. She was cool though. Like, I mean, she was
She
one
tried
of
Had
to
to
hold
be.
steady
yeah,
lyrics.
like we would. I remember we'd smoke weed, and she's like, "You guys want something? Yeah, I'm gonna make us a little something." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, absolutely." And I mean, she would like that was how cool she was though,
Yeah.
and it was just like, oh fucking like again, it was those girls that were like, "Oh fuck me, like she's amazing." Like, oh, I snuck in it.
It's like a badass hippie
yeah,
chick.
It was just like you
Yeah.
fucking.
Didn't need a bra and had
I actually
perfect
kissed
titties.
her. It was yeah.
Serious.
She touched my dick too.
Whoa.
And then,
ironic
and
that-
then went back up India.
My
little
belly.
little Rocha's like, no.
My balls are. What's going on?
Well, I mean, it makes sense. You're basically into tomboys.
And apparently, tomboys and Verzies.
It's ironic because after that, all you did was get blown by dudes in an alley. So it was kind of, oh boy. I had high hopes for that one. That was my last action hero.
Clever.
Big launch, and then nobody went and saw us.
Are you dating anyone?
No.
You
Nah.
were at a time, weren't you?
That
Nah.
came out of nowhere. Holy shit.
Lone
I
Wolf.
thought you were.
No,
Deflector shields up.
There you
I haven't had a girlfriend since high school.
go. Really?
Sorry, I had something in my nose. That's all right. But he's only 20, so.
Wait, hold you?
How 25.
Oh, okay.
See? I don't know what I was trying to prove to you.
Makes a world of
That doesn't mean you're not getting laid. It just means that's different. It just means you haven't had a girlfriend.
Do you get pussy like on the regular?
No,
Are you serious? How is
Yeah.
this possible?
I don't go out.
Oh, that's true.
That and girls don't like
I'm with you assholes.
That's true.
girls don't like
That's
when you
hard
say
to-
you do comedy unless you're really fucking like making a living off of it.
Yeah.
Really? Is that
Yeah.
true, Ben?
I
Or
mean,
unless you're Theo Vaughn. That's the kind of dude they look like, a wacky kind of
Yeah.
hipster. Not that I don't like him, but it's like that's the kind of dude that they like.
If I mention comedy on any dating app, it's an immediate just like conversation ender. They don't give a fuck.
I don't.
But
I don't
in all their
lead with it.
profiles,
I,
but
I,
love a
I don't
funny
even mention
guy.
it. I don't even mention it.
Yeah.
Well,
They all
you-
say that. The funny guy they like and want is fucking Chris D'Elia. That's they don't fucking tell you.
Yeah.
I want a relatively good-looking fucking
Predatory.
rich Beverly Hills fucking.
What's your girl? I mean, your dream bitch.
Like, do I need a name or
Yeah,
like
sure.
just, like?
What kind of
Celebrity.
personality? Like, what's your like go-to?
Who's your flower
don't
girl,
know.
Ben Thompson?
I mean, Margot Robbie's. I mean,
Really?
How can you beat Margot Robbie, right?
With my fists. I'd love to. I like to Robbie her of her dignity.
On that note, Ben Thompson, I think you are fucking. I think you're a hilarious comic, dude. I really, really
Ben's
fucking
great.
do. You,
Thank you.
You always like whenever I see your name on Liz, I get
I was
excited.
just gonna say that. I was like, you see Ben Thompson, and it's like, all right, we're at least 5 minutes. Of this are gonna be fucking
Exactly.
great. No matter how
dude.
bad
Like,
it is.
and I saw you bust your ass to do that. So seriously, you have so much respect. At least in Camp Eric, it was fucking awesome to see you just get good. And like I fucking saw it, dude. And you, like I said, I'm nobody, but it's awesome to see. And yeah,
for
man,
sure.
it's really cool.
Sorry.
So back to, yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry.
Please be Mitchell for Halloween. Fucking please, God.
You got the hairline for it.
I'll need a box of tissues.
Fair enough.
It's so fucking hard.
You guys ready to go trick or treating? I've never seen him laugh this hard.
That's fucking.
He loves
So good. Oh my God, it's perfect. Oh, it's my new favorite.
all my respect, dude. You're the real deal, man. So,
Thanks, man.
for sure.
Appreciate it.
On my right,
At Mitchell Verzi at Verzi Triplets. No shows. Yeah, just follow that stuff.
fuck yeah. On my left,
Luke Allen at Uncle Luke 2 on Instagram. Live from the 4-5 podcast.
and our guest, the badass Ben Thompson. Ben, where can we find you?
I am at Benjamin T. Thompson on Instagram, Ben Thompson Comedy on YouTube, and I'm doing shows in San Luis Obispo in September and at the Hollywood Comedy in October.
I love that
Where at in
place.
Flu? Breweries?
I don't know.
Oh.
Can't remember. Mexican restaurant.
All right.
Got it.
Well, right on, guys. Find Ben Thompson, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know no better, so let's blame the weather. 'Cause I got no care when I hit my groove. 'Cause I got no care when I hit my groove. Well, my music's rolling.